G'day guys. Today I'm doing a product review for you. Now, I'm not going to do these all the time, but it has been drawn to my attention that some of you actually really like to know if the cheap stuff is usable. Is it something that you'd be able to spend your hard-earned money on, even though it's cheap, and still get a decent result? So I have decided that I'm going to, when I find products that I think are readily available to many people, aka Kmart. Obviously, I'm talking about Australia. I'm not sure if you can get these over in the US or whatever, but for me personally, here in Australia, we can get these. I'm in Queensland, so Kmart WA, Kmart SA, Tassie, they may be different. I'm not sure. Now, what I'm doing is just giving you my opinion, okay? This is me having a play. These ones are called, this is all ANKO brand. Everything that I bought was the ANKO brand. Nothing that I bought was over $4.50. What I'm showing you here, I'm doing it on both black and white because we always know that metallic show up better on black. Quick zoom in for you. I have sped this first part up by 4 just so it makes it quicker. Everyone likes a quick review, right? So they were the metallic paint markers and they were to treat. There are bullet point nibs, so you can't get them super fine, but wow, appreciate these. These are drawing ink. So these are literally called write your own ink set. That's what it's called. Doesn't come with any kind of tool to use them, but it's just a box with 4 drawing inks. Red, black, blue, and green. To say these look beautiful is a major understatement. Now, I used my fine brush because obviously I would probably be using these for splatters myself. I am going to think of different things over the next couple of weeks that I can use them for. They rinse out in water, so that's not an issue. So the splatters, I use this brush because that's the brush I use when I do my normal splatters. That red, can we just have a moment? It doesn't look like blood, which is awesome. And these colours don't soak in. I've done no prep on these papers, okay? So the 2 cardstocks that I'm using are both 80-pound. 80-pound cardstock, and there's no prep done on them whatsoever. And these colours just look amazing. And they sit on top, and the splatters are so easy because it's an ink. It's quite watery. I don't do calligraphy myself. I love it. I love the look of it. I love drop lettering, bouncy lettering. I love all of that sort of thing. But look at that black. How good is that? Now, if you've been on my channel for however long, you will know that I use EK drawing ink for my black splatters. So I decided to do a comparison of the two. Now, initially I shook up my black EK. I think I shook it up enough, but my daughter, who was next to me, said, "You didn't shake that up much, Mum." So I went, you know what? For the sake of transparency, if I'm going to compare 2 products, and you can see right there, look at the difference. The Kmart one is dry, but the EK drawing ink just soaked straight into the paper. So my daughter said, "You didn't shake it up enough, Mum. That's why it's grey." Okay. So I did it again, just for transparency for the video, to see what kind of results I got with it. And you'll notice right at the very end where everything's completely dry, you'll notice that the Kmart one is way blacker. Is that it? Is that even? Yeah, nah, Karen, that's not right. It doesn't soak into the paper as much. All right, so this is a little metallic watercolor paint, it's called. Now, these are separate little pots inside the palette. So what I'm actually going to do is keep the gold one. After I did all this, I decided that I'm going to keep the gold one on my desk because it is beautiful and opaque. Look, I'll be honest, I wanted to do the review on it purely for the gold. If the others were beautiful and metallic and blah, 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 like, look at that purple. Hello. Wow. Obviously on white it's going to be more opaque. It's meant to be. It's a watercolor. It's supposed to be like that. But I feel that after doing the review, the gold is beautiful for gold splatters. So if you are someone that loves gold splatters, but you don't want to shell out for whatever the latest thing is in gold splatters, this was like $3.50, $4. Don't have the price in front of me. I think I took it out to the lounge room with me because I was doing some sort of review. The only receipts I have near me are from Big W. So you'll have to take my word. I'll put it in the description below. In the description below, I will put a price next to each item that I purchased. How about that? Sound like a plan? Okay, so now, as I said, I'm not going to do these reviews all the time. If I get a new product that people haven't been using on YouTube and you haven't seen it 750,000 times, I will do a quick review for you. No tears, no fuss, just bang, there it is. And it's something that you'll be able to just quickly watch and make your own mind up if it's something that you would like to get or not. No, there's no issue with me. I don't get no kickback from it. There's no affiliation with any of the products that I review. It's just purely me trying to help out my subscribers, probably my Aussie subscribers more than anywhere else. But that being said, Kmart is in the US, so you guys might have these too. So it's not solely an Aussie thing. This is the baby pink. How cute is that? It's so nice. I'm scrapping some baby photos at the moment, so I know I will use that. The baby pink and the gold together just look beautiful, and so does the blue, actually, to be completely honest. The green, look, if I'm grabbing at straws, I might use it at Christmas time, or maybe Christmas in July, something like that. Alright, we're getting there. Now, what I do realise at the end of the video, and I go back very, very quickly, I didn't do gold splatters on the white. See the little tubs come out? How cool is that? So you can literally take out the gold tub and just leave it on your desk. So it's sitting there in front of your face the whole time. So whenever you go to do splatters, it's right in front of you. Okay, now, this comes in the world's cheapest case. FYI. Could I get into it? Nah. I did have to get a bit brutal on it. It's just sealed so tightly. So, good old cricket hook. Imagine if I broke my cricket hook. Ditch that. Yep, not a fan of that brush. You know the cheap brushes you get. They're like... Actually, now I look at it. Look, I won't use it, I'll be frank. But it's actually quite soft, the tip of it. I chucked it purely because the bristles were really short, and that doesn't work for me. I like a long bristle for splatters or whatever. So what was my intention with this? My intention was straight up, how opaque and how much colour payoff do you get on this really cheap palette? Check it out. This was like $3. Will I end up using it? Probably not. I will probably end up giving it to my kids to have a play with, to be honest. But it's pretty opaque. It's pretty good. And notice how much it's taking me to get the colour back out of my brush. I did switch to a slightly thicker brush, and the brushes that I like, that you see me using all the time, they're Montmartre ones, and I buy them from either Kaisercraft, I get them from, or King Kong's, which is a $2 shop here in Queensland. I think that's the only places I've ever bought them, but they're really good. The bristle quality is really good, and you don't lose heaps of hair in your paint. Jeez, that bugs me. Okay, so that's the brush that I'm using. I'm not using the little tiny brush that it came with. Now, I did just have a play, and you can pull out these little pots. I know that sounds weird. Why would you want to do that, Karen? I don't know, but someone might want to do it. You know, you might want to buy 2 sets and make a cool set and a warm set. I don't know. Pop them out and swap the colours around so you've got cool set, warm set. I don't know. I just thought I'd have a play and see if you could remove it, and you can. They just pop out. So, you know those Dira, I don't even know what brand it is, but there's the Dira ones, and their quality, like they're really good. I think they're Prima brand. I have had my eye on the pastel set forever, but I always find something else to buy. Okay, so, and this is I'm not dogging Prima at all for price or otherwise, because trust me, when I've got the money, I'm going to get myself some. Okay, so this one was the grey. So obviously these are going to look a lot better on the white because they're watercolor. That's a given. But for transparency, I'm showing you on the black and the white. Now that black, ooh, she dark. Like, she really dark. It's great. So when it comes to watercolor, so I just dry them off, and then what I do is I switch to real time here in a minute, and I'll show you up close. And in that process, I do realize that I didn't do gold splatters on the white, so I do go back and do that. Now, where are we going? So things that I think are awesome and you would get benefit from: the metallic paint markers, if you like a bullet point nib, I think they would go far. The watercolor travel set has great ink payoff, so if you want to create watercolor looks in your background, I think you could come up with some really, really pretty backgrounds. And if that's something you want to see me do, not a problem. I'll do it. No issues. Just chuck it in the comments below. If you want to see me, just write yes. And if you want to see me use these in a specific scrapbook layout. So those metallics on the black, the gold specifically, I will use to death. And then you switch over to here. Now, have a quick note of the black inks. The two either side of the big line are the EK drawing ink that I get from Officeworks, which up until now has been my go-to. I now will be using the Kmart one because it is way more black. It doesn't soak in. It doesn't go to grey. So I will be using that. Not a problem. Okay, I'm using a different brush for my splatters here, but still, I wanted to show you the gold splatters on the white as well. So, to be honest, there is none of these that I would say are duds. I think they are all positive, and they're all definitely in a good cheap price point. If you've got $5 spare at the end of the week and pick up one of these, you will not be disappointed. I honestly, and that's again, I say Kmart AU. So those gold splatters look really awesome on the black and the white. So thank you so much for watching, guys. Chuck me a like or a subscribe. Let me know with the word yes below if you want me to use these to create a watercolor background. And I will catch you in the next video. Thanks so much, guys. Bye for now.